matter what you say, I just feel like
That's a
that.
shame.
These damn towers are driving everybody crazy.
Fortune favors the stupid.
I heard that.
So, did you set up the meeting with Viper?
Yeah, and I hope you know what you're in for. Come on, I'll take you to him. You're a real weirdo, you know.
Exactly what you
Bet
mean.
body bag's chattier than you. We
Still
all
just
got
consider
problems.
cutthroat.
Something tells
have our
me
way.
I wouldn't want to
Should
deal
be
with
enough.
yours.
How much farther is it?
Not much. Almost there. We're here. That guy over there is one of Viper's boys. His boss can't be far away. I'd come with you, but...
I'll handle it. You head on home.
Yeah, I'll do that. Good luck, pal.
Ah, there you are. You're the VIP Viper's been waiting for. Can't you see I'm busy?
There you are. Come on in.
Don't be scared. Come here. So, you're the other one.
The other one what?
There was an Albin here earlier. Said his name was Zarek. He was a little too nosy for my liking.
What'd you do to him?
Nothing. He's okay. We got off on the wrong foot, but I won't hold it against you. Besides, this place doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
What's your point?
I get it. Give me a sec. I don't need you anymore. Go wait outside.
You got it, boss.
You know, I normally have a stake in everything. Goods, services, you name it. But I've been trying to expand lately, and I'm losing business partners left and right. It was all so promising when I started. But here I go, getting ahead of myself. Let's start from the beginning. You're here for Skibor, just like your pale-faced friend. Or should I say, ex-friend? That rat left for the depot when I fed him a few lies. What a shame. One leaves you in the lurch, and the other blows himself up.
You know about that?
Of course, and I owe you my thanks for that. If it wasn't for you, that idiot Howler would have ruined everything. In case you don't remember, he was looking to relieve you and Skibor of your shards. It's a good thing you didn't get pulled into his game. Skibor never would have succeeded.
So you and Skibor were partners?
We weren't partners, but he was a useful tool for me. But first things first. When Skibor first arrived in the crater, I couldn't tell the difference between him and the rest of the scum. He was just an average-looking guy. But this average-looking guy was buying Elex left and right, so I knew something was fishy. So I wanted to know two things from him. Where did he get the shards to pay for the Elex, and why didn't I ever see him use it? He's made full use of everything else. Everything was a rush for him. Didn't matter if it was alcohol or women. He had no control. He wasn't telling me anything, so I just pumped him full of chems. He was singing like a canary then. And you wouldn't believe what he told me. An Alb agent disguised as a human? Genius. Then I got an idea. All I needed for it was a bomb. A human bomb.
So the attack on the Albs was all your idea?
Of course. Those fireworks were supposed to catapult me to the top. It just didn't pan out that way, as you can tell.
How'd you make Skibor into a bomb?
It was easy. Getting him sedated was a cinch. Then I sliced him open and wired him up. And it was all thanks to my homemade cocktail of chems. He had no side effects. Well, except for the odd stomach ache. Albs are tough, man. Same goes for a fucked up Alb.
You didn't worry he'd notice something?
No. The chem cocktail I gave him was powerful enough. He didn't remember anything. The brain can be programmed just like a machine. You just need to know how to do it. Even with all that, though, it still didn't go 100% to plan. I gave him double the Elex and hoped he would deliver the stuff to his client. But that son of a bitch didn't move. He couldn't get enough of the stuff, and I didn't have any more to give him. Imagine the situation. He could have gone off if he'd farted and taken half the crater with him. Even though the detonator was only supposed to react to a high concentration of Elex, I wasn't sure exactly what would happen. And neither Baxter nor Hector would have found it funny to have their huts torn out from straight under their asses. Luckily, you came along and made everything better.
You're pretty calm for a guy who almost started a war.
Everyone knows it's not us that has the Alb's attention. It's those stupid purple bugs. Besides, the clerics were the ones who were supposed to be the whipping boys. All I had to do was set Skibor on them. It was a simple trade. Their metal for Elex. That was the deal. But Skibor didn't know it'd be the last deal he ever made. So, this brings up a question. How'd you find out about me?
You didn't cover your tracks as well as you thought.
Well, that won't happen a second time. What if I were to offer you a job, huh? You come and work for me? What do you say?
I don't work with or for people like you.
You know what? That's exactly the kind of answer I'd expect from you. I just can't work with anyone who knows more than I do. And what you know is enough to get me killed.
It was a mistake sending your guards outside.
Mistake? That's just the way I want it. The less they know, the better. But since you seem to miss them, I'll bring them back. Tell Skibor I say hello. Shit! What was that? There we go!
That was impressive.
Did he get you?
Where did you come from?
You didn't think I would abandon you, did you?
No, it's good to see you.
Don't mention it. Let's get the fuck out of here before people start asking too many questions. I had the dubious fortune to track this guy down before you did. He distrusted me from the outset. That gave him an advantage, so I had to take action.
You mean you played dumb?
I must have been convincing. His henchmen didn't follow me.
Good thing you took them out.
I wasn't sure you could handle them all, so why take a risk? Let's sum up the results one last time. We'll go up there, have some peace and quiet.
Excellent.
On we go.
Forget your fucking boots. Those guys need people like us. Go get some new kick.
Okay, out with it. What did you learn?
Skibor's only partly to blame. The Elex became his undoing.
How so? His consumption was limited to a minimum.
He was supposed to get it for someone. The outlaw took advantage of that and turned it into a bomb.
What? You know what that means. It's not over yet.
What are you talking about?
Listen, Alexander Azox long suspected that Commander Aris is taking more Elex than allowed. It was my job to find out if his theory was true. You remember our meeting at the Collectors? I was looking for a middleman there. I had no idea that Skibor had taken on that role himself. The Commander is a security risk.
What are we waiting for? Let's get back to the depot.
I'm sorry. You'll have to walk this path alone.
What are you talking about?
I don't know the reasons for Aris's behavior, but I've learned that it's better to find out before jumping to any conclusions. Except, I'm no longer the right man for the job. You've shown me what it is to be efficient, what it means to make your own decisions. I can't just return to the depot and keep on like before. I want to understand how the world works. To do that, I have to turn my back on the directive. I have to leave the Alps.
Azok's not gonna like this.
I don't care. The fact that you're going to tell him that to his face more than makes up for it.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'll do what you did. Disappear into exile for a while. But if you want to do me one last favor, cut the commander some slack. I know you two didn't get along, but we owe her a lot.
I'll think about it.
As a start? Who knows, you might even be able to open her eyes. As I don't understand much about saying goodbye, I won't even try.
All right. Take care of yourself, Sarek.
I will. But go now. The depot is waiting. Oh, and Jax.
Yeah?
Thanks. Don't worry about me. Go find Arissa.
You're back. Good. I assume you have nothing to report?
Wrong. But it's better if I tell you the rest without your guards here.
Excuse me. I must have misheard you.
Trust me, I'm doing you a favor.
Okay, if it's that important to you. Leave us alone!
Yes, Commander.
Alright, explain. Are the clerics responsible for the attack?
Not the clerics. The outlaws. One of them, at least.
What are you talking about? Skibor would never have gotten involved with them.
Not willingly, no. But he was being used and they made him into a living bomb. And it's all thanks to you.
How dare you? You're standing in front of a commander of the Albs.
Spare me the theatrics. I want to help you.
Help me? Nobody can help me.
I can try. But you need to be honest for once.
All right, fine. No more lies. Skibor had to supply me with Elex. I couldn't think of another way out. You can't imagine what it's like. All I do, every day, all day, is pass down judgments. Every one means a death. And the bodies pile up and up. The lifeless faces blur together. But I do it. And I deal with it, and I make more hard decisions, and I always put efficiency first. I always promote our vision. And I use Elex to help me forget. To blunt these emotions and leave me cold. But the normal ration's not enough. Skibor understood that. More than anybody else. But now you're here, and holding up the mirror to me.
Fascinating. While I search for the humanity within myself, others attempt to eradicate their own.
Not helpful.
There's nothing that could save me now. I've just made everything worse. There's no future for me.
Who says your future lies with the Albs? You could work for the clerics.
Me? For the clerics? Huh. They would never.
Refuse a helping hand? Correct.
You're hard to understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you helping me?
I promised a friend.
A friend? Who?
Zarek.
Zarek? Did I hear you right? I thought he hated you. In fact, your dislike of each other is the reason you were sent off together. As a distraction to stop attention landing on me. Guess I failed at that too. Where is he anyway?
He's not coming back, and neither should you. Now don't make me ask you again. Go to the clerics. If Hagen digs his heels in, tell him I sent you. He owes me a favor.
Right away. I just have to pack up my kit. My final order is, report to Azok. It's up to him to officially close this investigation. Tell him about my misconduct. Maybe it'll help him to appoint a more capable successor. Oh, and Jax.
Thank me another time.
So long.
That was remarkable.
Ugh. My head. Damn infection. The worst thing about this disease is the feeling like I'm losing control.
We'll talk later.
The attack on the silo has been cleared up.
I expected a report from my personal agent. Where's Zarek?
Dead.
And the circumstances of his death.
I'd need more time.
No need. Let's get back to the attack. Summarize the facts. Focus on information about the initiator and possible accomplices. The initiator first. Who was it?
An outlaw. He was pursuing his own agenda.
His status.
Eliminated.
Good. Any retaliatory measures will be taken in due course. Now the accomplices. Who was involved and in what capacity?
Skibor was a victim of circumstance. His cover was blown in the crater and they made him into a living bomb.
How did he get exposed?
It was Arissa's fault. She used him to get herself some Elex.
I feared for some time she was abusing her post. Now I'm sure. All told, we are down in Elex Silo, a scout and a commander. Under these circumstances, I'm counting on you rejoining us. I'm in desperate need of a replacement for Zarek. Think it over. Being with the Albs is your destiny.
I want to join you.
Given your past, I need to know you're serious. Becoming an Alb again means complying with the directive. And it means you can't join another faction.
I still need to think about it.
Do that. That was impressive.
Shotgun or a laser weapon.
Tell me, are you the only guard at this gate?
Yes, if you don't count the combat mechs. Completely unreliable, those things.
If they just asked me, never.
Gotta take advantage of this.
Why do you always say that?
We need to secure our routes.
Yeah, I heard that rumor too.
Gotta take advantage of this.
Yeah, and I heard they got into a bust.
First the converters, now these towers. I don't like any
Yeah, I
of
heard
it.
that rumor too.
It was bound to happen sooner or later.
If they just asked me, it would have never happened.
Well, if you say so.
We just keep pussyfooting around.
Is that just something you heard, or is there really something to it?
Apparently they can even...
The converters, now these towers. I don't like any of it.
Why do you always say that?
Gotta take advantage of this.
We will never be defeated. Never!
Unauthorized input. Access denied.
Jax, a most unexpected visitor to our holy halls. Is it fate that in these troubled times you have found your way back to us?
Again we meet with dark clouds hanging over us. Little has changed since we took up arms against our common enemy.
At that time, you spoke of mankind's impending doom, and of those who would cause it. It shames me to think of how little heed I gave your wise words.
Forget it. I've had moments of doubt myself.
And out there, the invaders build their towers of destruction. Exactly what you tried to warn us of.
Actions are what count. We must think about our future. How to destroy this enemy.
That's exactly what we're doing. Now the wounds inflicted upon us have healed. We have rallied ourselves and are planning our resurgence.
I was hoping you could help me. I need some better gear. And some good instructors in the art of armed combat.
I see. You've lost a great deal of the strength you once had. The war against the Albs took a great deal from all of us. And the situation seems liable to get worse in the future, not better.
That war was 6 years ago. It's not a problem anymore. I was bitten by one of the invaders' dark creatures. Infected with their plague. It crippled many of my combat skills. I need to work on them again, from scratch.
I wish I could help you, but in these dark days, I have to think about my own faction. We have neither the resources nor the time to train you, or to share our weapons.
That is unfortunate.
To us, you are an outsider. We must focus on our own survival. And that means holding on to every last scrap we have.
I believe you're trying to talk me into joining the clerics.
That would be one way to solve this dilemma. Though, from the look of you, you'd have to start your training with the basics. That isn't something the clerics can afford to offer you. We simply can't spare the manpower or the relevant supplies. That's my final word, I'm afraid. We won't be able to give you basic training in our weapons technology.
You know, I like your attitude. I'd like to join you.
I'm glad to hear that. Our approach to combat closely resembles that of the Alps to the north. If you want to join us, I suggest you go to them first. They can teach you the basics.
You want me to train with your enemies?
They're not the only ones who would rather see us dead. These last few months, many evils have come to torment us. The Alps are the least of our worries. When you've completed your basic training, we can talk again about your initiation into the cleric community.
As an Alp commander, my specialty was Elex abilities. My repertoire didn't include other weapons until much later.
Then it's those abilities you should start improving. They will make you a valuable asset to the clerics.
I'll be returning to you as an Alb. You're okay with that?
That is what you were in the first place. Once you've learned the fundamentals of high-tech weaponry, speak to Judicator Hagen. He'll be able to answer your questions. We all have burdens to bear. I wish you every success on the rest of your journey.
Excellent.
We will never be defeated. Never!
I've made my decision. I want to be an Alb again.
I welcome your decision. Let's make it official. We Albs are a community, an instance. We strive for effectiveness and perfection. The interests of an individual count for nothing. Only the goal has meaning. Are you prepared to submit to these requirements?
I am.
Will you do your duty and follow orders without question?
I will.
Then take this armor as a symbol of your loyalty. As of today, you are a scout. Our eyes and our long-reaching arms. Whatever is hidden, you will uncover. Whatever flees, you will capture. And whatever blocks your way, you will remove. Welcome back. Welcome to the Albs, Jax.
What happens now?
I'm well aware that you would like your old rank of commander back. It's not that simple. First, you will have to carry out tasks as a scout and trooper to show you have not forgotten our directive in the time you were away from the Albs. But I will assign your tasks fairly. I won't obstruct you becoming commander again longer than I have to. First, Kel will retrain you in the basics. After that, return to me for assignment. Dismissed.
My head. The infection. I'd already forgotten about it again. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me.
That was remarkable.
Weird.